I've been trading for a while now. I want to say almost 25 years, give or take. I remember Yahoo was my very first trade. I've used a lot of trading services, tools, and platforms. And over the years, investing platforms have evolved. Let's talk how I use M1 Finance to manage my financial goals. Hey guys, welcome to Think Finance. My name is Raj, and on this channel, I talk about personal finance, investment ideas, and everything money. If you follow this channel, you know I'm a big fan of M1 Finance. I'm using this platform to build my long-term portfolio. This is not a review video, but more me sharing my experience with the platform and how I'm using different M1 products to manage my money. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. So, in this video, I'll talk about why everyone should use M1 Finance compared to some other services I use, share a few tips and tricks, and clarify some myths about M1. If you do plan on opening a new M1 account, use my referral link below. We both get some free cash to invest. As I started building my long-term portfolio, the number one feature that was important to me was automation. Set it and forget it. I'll talk more about automation later in this video. Number two, access to different investment options. I invest in stocks, ETFs, ETNs, and specialized products like leveraged ETFs. I wanted something that can offer all of these. Number three, it needs to be simple. I should be able to use all the features the platform has to offer using just my phone. I have a busy lifestyle, and having the ability to manage my portfolio while I'm in transit is important to me. Number four, built-in smarts. The platform should offer things like dividend reinvesting and automatically minimize my tax liability. Finally, the service should offer fractional shares and commission-free trading. Most platforms today do this, so this is no longer a differentiator. Right now, I use three services to manage my investing. Of course, M1 Finance, Fidelity, and RobinHood. I've been with M1 for almost 2 years now. Most new investors and traders start with RobinHood. It is clean, simple, and makes it easy for anyone to get started with investing. However, it lacks automation. It's great for getting started and doing some casual trading, but not something I would recommend for building your long-term portfolio. Also, I don't trust RobinHood as a company. Some of their business decisions and platform capabilities are questionable. I use RobinHood for casual trading, mostly options. If you're looking for something more traditional with a large financial presence, Fidelity is the one. But boy, it's painful to use. It lacks automation, and I can't rely on the app to manage my money. A good chunk of my money is in Fidelity since I'm trying to spread my money around. While M1 is great, it is a good practice to not rely on any one company out there. That brings me to M1. The service checks most of my needs. It offers a nice blend of automation and innovative features that I've not seen in any other platforms. M1 offers three main products: invest to manage your portfolio, spend, think checking account, and borrow, a line of credit based on your portfolio, meaning cheap money if you need some. As a user, think about this as an ecosystem that offers a bunch of features to manage your money smartly. I won't go into every possible feature, but will focus on how I use the platform to get the most out of it. I love pies. It's a major differentiator and a core feature to automate investing. Think about pies as a basket of stocks or ETFs, and you can decide how much money gets allocated to each pie. Here is what my portfolio looks like on M1. I have 3 pies and then some individual ETFs. I've defined how much money gets allocated to which pie or ETF. Why is this important? Once set up, M1 does the thinking for you. Any new money you drop will be distributed based on your target allocation. It will automatically put more in slices that are underweight and constantly try to keep the portfolio allocation close to your target allocation. Of course, you can update the allocation as needed based on market conditions. This is a huge time saver because now I don't have to think much. If the market drops 10%, I'm not thinking about how should I buy the dip. I'm just dropping in new money and M1 will distribute based on my target allocation and buy stocks and ETFs that are underweight. By the way, income from dividend is treated as new cash and it will be reinvested per your target allocation. Few other things to note. You can disable automatic investing if you want to buy or sell specific stocks. For example, I recently bought the Tesla dip. You always have the option to pick a pre-baked pie based on your risk tolerance. Maybe you just want to follow Berkshire Hathaway. Let's talk rebalancing. 35% of my portfolio is in leverage ETFs. In a raging bull market, these go up quickly. To manage risk, I rebalance my portfolio when these hit 50% of my portfolio allocation. Again, it is as simple as clicking the rebalance button. M1 will automatically sell equities I'm overweight and buy the ones I'm underweight. M1 calls this dynamic rebalancing. Yes, this is a taxable event, and to reduce tax liability, M1 uses built-in tax efficiencies so that you and I pay less in taxes. It will automatically decide what makes the most sense when it comes to selling. Having said that, M1 does not do tax harvesting today. Rebalancing is particularly useful in my Roth IRA, where I rebalanced almost every month. I don't have to worry about taxes in Roth. Final note on this one, you can rebalance the entire portfolio or a specific pie. Again, remember, rebalancing is a taxable event. I want to say they designed spend to act as a checking account replacement. I don't think it is there yet. However, there are some interesting features that make it worthwhile. I have set up monthly recurring transfers to automatically move funds from my bank into M1 Finance. Once transferred, funds get invested per my portfolio allocation. You want to automate your investing as much as possible. This way, you keep emotions out of your investing. M1 also offers some decent banking features. You can set up direct deposit so your paycheck from work gets deposited into M1. Then you can use the M1 debit card to make payments or for ATMs. They also have something called as smart transfers. The idea is to put every dollar to work. Here's an example. Let's say your monthly expense is $5,000. You can set up M1 to keep $5,000 in your spend account and invest the rest. Or you can set up another rule where M1 automatically refills your spend account when it falls under a certain balance. Again, the idea is if you don't need the money, let it stay invested. I don't use smart transfers today, but as the platform and digital banking matures, I do see myself using some of these features. Access to cheap money is a huge reason to do M1. I can borrow up to 35% of my portfolio value at 2% interest rate. Compare this to other brokerages out there. Here is how I use this. I'm a strong believer in buying dips. I will buy the market every time it drops 10%, 20%, and 30%. In the past, I used to park cash on the sidelines. Not anymore. Today, I use my M1 line of credit. So, earlier this year, when market dropped 10%, I borrowed $15K and bought the dip. I plan to pay this off in the next 1 to 2 months. Personally, this is a huge pro for me since I don't have to keep cash on the sideline. Also, cost to borrow is nothing compared to returns I make when buying the dips. The cool thing is you're not restricted to use the loan to only fund your portfolio. You can use this as emergency fund or fund your business or some other gig. Cheap money, use it wisely. I have M1 Plus. It comes with a $125 yearly fee. Personally, I find it worth since I get access to funds at 2% interest. Non-M1 Plus members pay 3.5%. Also, I get to make trades twice a day as opposed to only once in the morning. There are other features for M1 Plus members only, including smart transfers, custodial accounts, 1% cashback, and 1% yield on cash balances. For me, it pays for itself. I think the free option should be enough for most investors out there. If you're just signing up, M1 is giving away 1 year of M1 Plus for free. So you have a year to try the service and decide if M1 Plus is something that you need. My first year didn't come with M1 Plus. Once I started using the service and explored the features a bit more, M1 Plus just made sense to me. Few other things to consider. This is not a trading platform. If you're looking to day trade and set stop loss or limit orders, this is not the right platform. M1 is designed for long-term automatic investing. You won't get any fancy reports or charts here. I end up using other tools to do my analysis. Customer service is ticket-based. Remember, M1 pushes automation. The idea is automation first, humans second. They do have a customer service number, but I never felt the need to call them. But then again, that could just be my personality. So far, I've needed help twice in 2 years, and they've responded within 48 hours. Okay, so that has been my experience with M1. You will hear reviews online saying M1 is for advanced investors only. I disagree. I think it is for anyone who is serious about automating their investing and building a long-term portfolio. Use my referral link below to open a new account if you don't have one. You and I, we both get some cash. If you're already an M1 user, share your experience in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, peace.